let's talk about the new kid on the block, inclisiran. So this uses a totally different approach, and this harnesses the power of RNA interference. And if you think about it, this is like switching off the PCSK9 tap instead of clearing it with a bucket. And I use that analogy because the way that this compound works is that with a single injection, we see reductions at 9 months of about 41%, a time average reduction in PCSK9 with a single injection. We tested 2 different dosing regimens, 2 different frequencies. The first one, really a starting regimen of just a single injection and seeing what happens over time. And the second one basically involved a second injection at 3 months. And what we found is you actually got bigger and more sustained LDL reduction at 9 months with that regimen. You got on average a 50% reduction in LDL. When you look at individual variability, everybody responds. These aren't like the characteristic waterfall plots that you see with statins or even monoclonals. This is unprecedented. Everybody responds. Now, some people will get a reduction in LDL cholesterol of around 20%. The maximum we saw was 80%. The average was 52.6. But what it does do is it keeps the individual reductions in LDL constant over time. And one big challenge we have is patient adherence, patient compliance. This abolishes that because you could actually have a situation where you give the patient the injection in doctor's surgery or a nurse going out and giving them the injection. So the patient now is freed of that burden of how am I taking my tablets or remembering to take my monoclonal injection, and you're getting the same reduction in LDL and it's sustained. So we might actually be approaching a real crossroads in medicine whereby the problems of adherence and compliance are totally abolished by this new way of treating LDL cholesterol. We have to do, there are a number of studies are planned, including a cardiovascular outcome study, which will be starting very soon, called ORION 4. So we'll have to wait 3 years. There are some studies being done in FH and other studies like in statin-tolerant patients, perhaps, and other groups. But it's a really fantastic opportunity now to focus or to build on what we saw with Fourier and ask the question, can we pick the right patients? And 2, can we do it better?